Today we've got lots to talk about. We are going to cover what is going on with Princess, some of their cruise fares. Turns out you cannot get the shareholder onboard credit perk. We're going to be talking about Black Friday sales. They are rolling out. Some of them have already rolled out. We've got information on several for you today. We're also going to be talking about my cabin here on the Celebrity Ascent. I cannot open my window and I'm not very happy about it. So I've got a lot to tell you. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday. It is November 22nd of 2024. And like I said in my little intro there, I am still on the Celebrity Ascent. I'm going home on Sunday and I can't open my balcony window and I'm not very happy about that. So let me tell you what's going on. Honestly, I was starting to think it wasn't so bad to have that window and maybe that would be kind of nice sometimes. But that is off the table now because last night it got a little bit more windy. It rained just for a few minutes, and at that point the captain locked the windows. Whoever was in charge of the bridge locked the windows on all the cabins of the ship so that you cannot put them down. Now, I understand completely that sometimes you have to do that because if the weather is so inclement that it would be dangerous to be able to put down your window on your little infinite balcony here, I understand that they would have to do that sometime. So that happened during the night, and the easiest way to know if your window is locked or not, you can go push the button and see if it will go down. But over on the little panel that they've got where you control the temperature in your room, there's also a little notice that lights up when your balcony is locked and you cannot open it. So that's an easy way to tell if you can do your balcony or not. And so the thing that has really surprised me though is the day has worn on, the seas are not that crazy. The wind is not blowing that hard or anything like that, but the windows are still locked. And that kind of makes me sad. I book a balcony cabin so that I can enjoy the fresh air, be able to go outside and feel that a little bit when I want to, and today I can't. So that makes it so I probably won't look forward to sailing on this kind of a ship again. Doesn't mean I never would. If it's going where I want to go, I will absolutely go. So just something to make sure that you're aware about when you book one of those infinite balconies. In conjunction with that, today we were supposed to be in Grand Cayman. So in Grand Cayman, they are one of the locations where it is the rule that the local tenders are the tenders, the water shuttles that take guests from the ship over to the pier and then back again at the end of their visit. And like I said, it was windy last night. The captain told us earlier in the day that we might not be able to make our port stop there in Grand Cayman. And indeed, he came on the speaker that went inside all the cabins this morning and said that due to inclement weather, basically the swells of the sea being too large, the port of Georgetown there on Grand Cayman was going to remain closed. At the point that he announced that, he said that we were over on the lee side of the island, but that side of the island has the capability to have the tenders run from, the local people there running their boats to do those tenders, but that they don't have enough capacity. It's a much smaller port. So today when we were there, we were also there with the Norwegian Jewel and the Emerald Princess. And what surprised me a little bit is we have a Let's Go family member on the Emerald Princess, and we were going to be in the same port on the same day, and it would have been wonderful if we could have seen each other and said hi for just a minute. Well, the Emerald Princess got to anchor and have their guests go into that port, but we didn't get to do that. So it's made me wonder a little bit like who gets priority on these kind of things. How do they decide which ship is going to be the one that gets to stay and have their passengers enjoy their port stop that day? So if any of you happen to have that information, let me know. So we've just had an extra sea day here on board the Celebrity Ascent. Which is okay, but I've been to Grand Cayman before and I was actually looking forward to getting off the ship, so it'll have to wait until next time. Before we go any further, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and if you appreciate my videos, would you please give this video a thumbs up? Thanks so much. Now, a couple of months ago, Princess introduced a new promo to try to fill up some of their cruises that are coming up sooner than later or are not booked to the degree that they would like them to be booked at this stage of the booking process based on when that ship sails. The name of that promo, what they're calling it, is Princess Picks. Princess Picks. One thing you need to know about that is that the deposits are non-refundable. When you go to the Princess website and you're booking your own cruise, it usually will automatically default to the Princess Picks promo, and it ends up being the best rate. Usually on most of the cruises that I look at, the difference between just the regular promo and the Princess Picks is usually the amount of the non-refundable deposit. And so basically, for example, if the total deposit for that cabin is $200, the cruise fare will be $200 less. So you will either spend it paying for your cruise, or else if you book that non-refundable deposit and you don't have to cancel, then you save that extra money right there. It's usually not that much. And so to me, I never think it's worth it because you never know what is going to come up in life. You book a cruise thinking that you're going to go or else you would have booked it, and you never know what's going to come up with family, with health, with anything at all. So that's what always worries me about those promos. Well, we have learned another thing about those promos, and that is when you book with those promos, you do not get the Princess Onboard Credit perk. So Princess has a perk that if you own 100 shares of Carnival Cruise Line stock, the stock symbol for that is CCL. If you own that stock, every time you go on a Princess cruise, you can submit that stock ownership. You submit a copy of your brokerage statement that shows that you own that, and you get to have onboard credit. The amount of onboard credit you get is based on the length of your cruise. However, if you book with the Princess Picks cruise fare or some of their other discounted fares, you are not going to get to have your onboard credit. Now, as our Let's Go family member was posting about this over on our Facebook group, some people were replying and saying, you know what, some of my casino fares, I get to have that shareholder onboard credit. And some of the casino fares, I don't get that shareholder onboard credit perk. And yesterday I was looking at cruise fares for someone. I'm on the phone with Princess looking at last minute. That's what they are calling the ones for some cruises coming up, for example, in January, that are not booked all the way yet. And I said, as we were talking about it on the phone, I said, are they going to be able to get that onboard credit that comes with owning the 100 shares of Carnival stock? And the rep said, no, this is a discounted rate. You're not going to be able to get that onboard credit. So rolling forward, you are going to want to pay attention to what the difference is between how much you would normally pay for your cruise with the current promo going and how much you're going to be paying for it with the discounted fare. Now, when I book a cruise for you, I can see the differences. I can try the different promo codes, see what the differences are, and see, for example, if that deposit is non-refundable. So if you're doing it on your own, just be really careful so that you know what you're getting. When you book a cruise using the Princess Picks, as you go through that booking process on the Princess website, it doesn't flash up Princess Picks. Towards the end of the booking process, you will see that it's a non-refundable deposit. And so that's how you're going to know what you've got. Alrighty. If any of you, I'm hoping that we can all share under the videos what your experience is. Please let me know if you want. Please let me know what your experience has been on the different cruises that you've booked, if you have booked a cruise recently and not been able to get that shareholder onboard credit. So I just wanted to give you a heads up, and I really and truly am looking forward to reading your comments because it helps inform all of us. And the hardest thing is I think sometimes experience can vary, right? I think that every once in a while, two people can book the same cruise, and sometimes one will get the onboard credit and one will not, simply based on what I've been reading and asking a lot of people about with their casino fares. So we'll just see how everything goes, and I will keep an eye on everything and get back to you with new developments. Okay, next up, let's talk about Black Friday sales. This is a really exciting time of year in the cruise business, and for cruisers, both for people that are travel agents and for people who book their cruises and want to go, because it's Black Friday time. Basically, from the beginning of November through the end of January, some cruise lines through the end of March, It's a really good time of year to book your cruises. It's also the time of year people start planning what they want to do the next year. And as we are seeing with the booking patterns, with so many people booking further out, you really need to be thinking about what you're going to do in 2026. Some cruises are already rolling out for 2027. So you have to stay ahead of the game if you want to be able to take the trips that you want to take. There's still going to be the opportunity here and there for last minute cruise fares, because a lot of times they have that, but at the same time, some ships are already sold out going into 2025. Just putting that out there. So you can't always wait until the last minute and pick up a better cruise fare, or just say, you know what, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't. Okay, I'll go. Sometimes that opportunity isn't going to be there. So I wanted to let you know, first of all, that starting at the beginning of November, a lot of cruise lines have already announced what their Black Friday is going to be, or they are now announcing. They've started writing sales that some of them are calling them Black Friday sales, and some of them are calling them other things. So I thought I would start off with Princess and let you know what's going on with that. So November 1st, Princess started what they're calling their cyber sale. That sale is going to be going through November 25th. Starting on November 26th through November 29th is their Black Friday sale. So with their Black Friday sale, the big deal is they're saying that cruises are up to 50% off and up to $500 of onboard credit. And as always, it applies differently to different cruises. Some cruises you get more off than you do on other ones. And so you cannot look at the cruise fare today and say, you know what, starting on November 26th, that's going to be half that much. That's not the way that it works. It's half off their published fares. It's a very complicated way they look at it. So truly, if you are wanting to book a cruise, two things I would say. First of all, look at that cruise. If the cruise is starting to have limited availability, I would book it now and then see what happens with Black Friday. A lot of times you can make a new booking and cancel the one that you've got. And pick up a better fare, or you can just transition the booking that you have and pick up the better fare. But at the same time, like I said, if the cruise is already booked up an awful lot, you're guaranteed to get to go on that cruise and have a cabin that you hopefully really like. The second thing is to really watch what's going on and what you're going to want to do on Black Friday. I've got some people that are kind enough to work with me that have already told me what they want on Black Friday. And so I'm going to be up in the middle of the night, ready to go to grab the cabins that they want for the Black Friday sale. So if you're someone that is kind enough to work with me and you've got something that you want me to do that on, send me an email and I'll be ready to do it. So I just wanted to give you kind of a broad view and let you know kind of how those Black Friday sales work. Now be aware that some cruise lines do not let you cancel a booking and make a new one. One that stands out to me, and I know it's a really specialty cruise line, but Hurtigruten. If you book, for example, an expedition cruise to Antarctica or up to Norway, whatever it is that you're doing with Hurtigruten, if you book a cruise and then it goes down, that's just the way life is. And so at the same time though, if you book early, you get the cabin that you want, you know that you're going to go on the cruise that you want. So there's always a trade-off, isn't there? But just be aware of that. Now, I thought I would give you some highlights. So we've got Princesses, and I am really excited. I am excited to see what cruises are going to have 50% off and what ones you can get up to $500 of onboard credit. That's a lot. $500 of onboard credit is a lot of money. So I am truly excited to see that. And I'll kind of be looking at my wish list of cruises that I want to take and see what they look like once that sale starts. So like I said, it starts on November 26th and goes through November 29th, which November 29th is Black Friday. And so, and then we've got Cyber Monday coming. Then just rolling forward, there are lots of different sales that are coming. Thought I would let you know the cruise lines that are already saying they've got their Black Friday sale going. Celebrity is one of them. So for Celebrity, they're saying that you get 75% off of the second person in the cabin, and then up to $700 of onboard credit per cabin. Of course, that depends on the cruise and it depends on what cabin you book. So that's great. That's another thing. What I think is important to remember about all the sales is no matter what is going on, look and see how much it costs if you go to book that cruise, because you can't just look at what the cruise fare is, say it's $1,000 per person and say, well, and online it shows $1,000 a person with the promo going, and think, well, it's going to be 75% off that second person, so I'll be paying so much less truly than that $1,000 a person. Nope, what they post online actually includes what the current promo is. So in addition to Celebrity Norwegian says that their Black Friday is already underway, and they have got 50% off of all cruises. They are advertising their unlimited open bar, their 2-for-1 airfare. That unlimited open bar goes with their More at Sea. And I talked about that in a video a while ago. So go ahead and find that if you're going to cruise on Norwegian and you want to know what is new about the More at Sea compared to the Free at Sea that they used to have. Then next up, Holland America has got their Black Friday. It's a reduced fare, reduced deposit. And in some cruises, as I was looking through, some cruises have the 3rd and 4th guest sail free, but not all cruises. So really, you just want to look through and see whatever cruise line you're interested in going on a cruise. I would look at what their website says now. I would look at it rolling forward, pay attention, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and see if anything changes. Because they can say they have their Black Friday sale, but you never know how they're going to tweak it. I think it's always really important to stay on top of that. So heads up about that. And other than that, let me know if there's a cruise that you're looking at booking. We're really excited to think about where everybody wants to go. What are you looking to do? And what's your strategy for Black Friday? Because it will help all of us. Alrighty. Let me know if you've got any questions about the Celebrity Ascent as well while I'm still here. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.